Yes!
On the hunt, Swain is terrifying. And so now, that Sivir-Swain combination, see whether that's going to be enough to push Dplus Kia over the line.
Yeah, they're aware of that this might be coming. It's a cannon wave as well.
Yep, Showmaker moving down, and Canyon's going to move in front of the minion wave. Arctic Assault doesn't find anything, but Delight is still extremely low. Canyon is in an awkward position as now Pays. Can he get the kill back? It looks like the answer is no, because he gets into the brush, and Deft locks down the kill. It's a disaster for Gen G.
Anyone got a lot of damage down on the turret, but it didn't really lead to too much. And Golden Lead still here for Dplus. Will be able to pick up an individual Mountain Drake, which is huge, considering the amount of health and resistances that are going to be available.
Deft not going to go for
bait!
As Peanut's coming in. All right, let's see whether Deft survives this one. Final chapter comes in. That's a decent snare, but the flash is there to follow, and Pays is going to join to help lock that kill down. Doesn't actually get it. Uses the flash, but still, Deft is going to...
on his back. We have also not talked about it, but he also went for call. Another point of awareness that Gen G is like, this game is going to go long. It's going to take quite a while. And as a result, we should be able to make great use of scaling runes. So that's up to them.
Be careful, excitement could be ensuing. As Canyon's going to move up, let's see whether he can lock it down. He throws an ult all the way the wrong direction. Does steal the Rift Herald though, as now Chovy diving into that backline, but Showmaker is soaking all of the damage forever. It is just insane what this Swain can do.
And Atlas, this is not about your feelings about Cloud Drake.
True.
Although if you want to talk about that, you know, I'm here for you.
All right, thanks, man. Seagull Skin, what are your favorite animals that Swain summons as he wanders around the rift? Do you like the dragons? Because I kind of like Seagull Skin. This is going to be a straight Doran in a bit of trouble here.
I'm pretty sure Dplus is just going to stay together.
Chapter, Vision of Empire going to do a fair bit of work there as well as... Oh no, Peanut! That was not the position you wanted to find yourself in. He was just trying to protect Doran, and he paid for it with his life. The ultimate sacrifice to be used by the Gen G jungler, as Canna was looking for it. Because we were saying that it was kind of okay when they lost most of 2 turrets. As Showmaker going to demonically ascend. Let's see whether he can keep himself alive for long enough. The cavalry are not really arriving though, guys. So Showmaker's just dead.
That's quite big, because it doesn't have teleport available, and Dragon is spawning in 45 seconds, so with Hex Gates...
That's a Baron angle.
Oh, yeah, they're not stopping.
Well, Canyon gets a control ward in there, and if this is a 50-50, then that's not what you want. Teleport to come forward here as Canna looking to get over the top. Let's see whether he looks for an ulti, as Canyon not going to be able to find the Baron. Deft moves back again. After they managed to get a 5v5, Gen G not wanting to give away Soul Point whatsoever. As Canna going to hit Peanut a few times. Let's see how this one's going to go. Never move, connect onto Doran. It's only going to feed his Narbar though. Going to be pretty happy about that situation. This Drake actually being quite frustrating, doing a fair bit of damage there as well. As Canyon in the back of this pit, they do turn onto Doran as Showmaker. He ascends. Chovy looks for Deft, but the Yumi's going to eat so much of that damage, and the Deft in so much trouble, and Pays picks up the kill. Showmaker now going to get knocked up as Chovy's now backflipping right on top of him. And Gen G, they are going to win this team fight. They're going to turn the game entirely around. The cat can't do anything, and the Swain's in the same position. Is this game, Chronicler? Like, what's happening?
Well, they can't end. The Nexus isn't going to fall, but man, when Pace went over that wall, I'm sure the life of every Gen G fan flashed before their eyes, because that could have backfired horribly.
Hey,
but
Raymond.
man.
Once again, as Chovy on that flank angle, looking for the opportunity. Peanut going to dive forward. Permafrost going to connect. Warrior Trickster now on cooldown as there is a Gnar into the wall. And Showmaker is massive in the front line. Can Chovy find the back line is the question. The Cyclone is huge. Deft keeps himself alive, and the Cassante falls down immediately. Showmaker can't do anything. Goes golden for a little while, but then is going to be taken down. And Gen G feeling like they've taken full control back.
No possibility here for Dplus. Deft can't walk up to the fight. The health bars are low though. And I do wonder if Gen G, they are going to go for this Baron. Do you think they should be able to get it? Yeah, and with Callan back in.
Teleport.
It's not happening. Teleport coming in. Deft's going to catch a bot wave. Well, Canyon shouldn't be allowed near this pit. And Genji says, no, this is not your party. And all you can do now is clearing waves, and overall, toughy for Dplus. And really,
by Genji, the wombo combo burst damage, just nutty. And now they're going to be able to secure their next Hextech Drake. Couple of stacks on that one, the Baron already in hand. Now they need to get to work on these structures. It's still relatively slow-paced, but we're moving to an 8,000 gold lead. Starting to look like a Genji game, and it really swung like a pendulum. DK had so much control of the early to mid game, and it felt like we were heading towards a DK win. But Genji, they really picked it up, and that team fight around the Dragon, that first one, pays. I mean, I'm almost becoming a believer in the Zeri Lulu lane, which I never thought was possible.
still see that Genji needs to respect a couple of autos from Deft, leave him alone in the team fight, and he might still be in trouble. And I agree. Actually, they can...
level 16 for Peanut, as illustrated by that graph before. Level 18 on Chovy, level 15 on Showmaker. Like, this really has become pretty ridiculous.
Oh, Deft has 4 items.
Yeah.
Might be a last stand type of deal for Dplus here.
Well, let's see whether they're going to be able to make that one work, as Doran does immediately get caught up. Chovy also going to be exhausted, tries to get out of there, as now Genji are on the run, on the hunt. There's more seagulls flying down here, as Doran will find Meganar. Deft taking a bit of damage. Hyperbruck actually doing a whole bunch of work, as Peanut making his way over. Canyon on the flank. Deft moving pretty quickly. Canyon getting taken down so low. Vision of Empire does nothing to Pays, who just looks huge, but that Boomerang Blade getting some work done. Chovy, it's his turn, as there's a big Gnar. Showmaker does press the ult button. Now Deft has the Akali closing in on him. Canyon has to run away. Deft is kiting beautifully, though, as Peanut takes so much damage. Deft goes golden. Chovy gets exhausted. The backflip timing, just beautiful. And Chovy crab raves as Genji make their way up mid to win the game.
No one died! They didn't lose anyone!
I mean, 5 people died.
That's a clean ace! Yeah, I know 5 people died, else I'm watching the fight! Oh my! Dominance in the team fighting department here. Genji.
Genji just turned on. It ticked over like the 20-minute mark, and they're like, oh, okay, now we're feeling good. Now we'll win the game. And they absolutely did. They never let go. There it is.
Yeah, Gnar pickup makes sense for Dplus. Can't also go blind Gnar for Genji because you're playing at Silas. Don't want to give him free Gnar ultimate, so makes a...
All right.
Peanut dodging the Tri-Burst ward.
Yeah, we'll see whether Canyon and Canna can make this one work, as Peanut's going to move on in. There is first blood going over to Dplus here, and Peanut is just going to evacuate.
Rare for that. Cross map for Dplus is that they do pick up the Herald, which is a nice win. So it's not all disaster, as we have the same...
Move them towards the LCK. That's what is somewhat of a difficulty, as Canyon's going to make his way over. They found the distortion, and Showmaker picks up the kill! Oh man, I thought it was a lull state for a second there, and immediately indexing very, very heavily into winning the lane. As now Deft is in trouble. Pays is going to cleanse the exhaust. Gallon trying to stand in front as Deft gets to relative safety, but the cat is not going to be so lucky, and Pays just runs at the bottom lane of Dplus Kia and wipes him out.
And we have seen Showmaker.
Yeah, Bolt Breaker comes in. There's the flash to make sure that they have the chain CC, and you're welcome. It's exactly the same treatment, this time from Chovy and Peanut, to what Showmaker and Canyon just did to Chovy.
I'm starting to be very positively surprised.
Really happening earlier. Their composition certainly requires that a little bit more, but still, it's a really good look for Genji so far. They're going to be secured. Ooh, are grouped up and ready for this.
No flash, neither AD carry.
Yeah. And kind of not going to get stunned up or snared by the chains. It's now Showmaker. He has a cease and desist available. Last time around, Canyon did manage to steal this. This time, Peanut locks it down, as there's the Glacial Prison. Pays has the cleanse, as the Cassante is going to fall immediately. We saw a very similar thing happen in the last game, but Dplus Kia managed to also secure the Herald. This time around, not so. They are going to guard the eye to deny Peanut picking that one up.
Gen.G able to get the final smite.
All right, yeah, Peanut going to dive on top here. That's too much damage, and the Silas is going to fall. Pays looks for the extendo beam. Canyon flashes. He's got a cat as well. Going to have the same style of fight. It's going to be more of this cloak and dagger. As Chobi doing a bit of that. Is going to have to flash though, as we can see. Final chapter comes down. They look for the LeBlanc, and they should be able to grab Canyon. Locks down that kill. Now Cannon with a fantastic Nava. He gets polymorphed though, and he hops away. Mega Gnar going to be incoming here. As now without Chobi, Gen.G are really going to struggle to hold on to this Drake, and they understand that. They do back away. Ulti times out from Pays. And the first cloud will be given to Dplus Kia.
A little bit of vintage Caster Curse.
Love
right
to
there.
see it. Yeah, love to see it.
I haven't finished my sentence, or he gets immediately picked off. That was a little scary. As in that smite, so a bit worried there.
Speaking of worried,
I think it should be okay. There's no wave, so diving there would be fairly ambitious. And nicely done by Dplus. Canyon and Kellen together. More than enough damage, or more than enough CC rather. As, oh, this is still going.
Yep, they're going to try and save this turret. Cease and desist going to be used onto Peanut. A taste of his own medicine, if you will, as Doran pushes them all away, and it's Canyon that's the first target. Peanut taken down low as Showmaker just wants to escape, just wants to get out of here, but he's not going to be allowed to. It's a double kill for Doran on this Cassante as Gen.G get the kill lead.
And an overinvestment from Dplus. This is just going to be Baron again.
Another one.
This is the same thing that happened last time, but worse.
Yeah, because this time Canyon's not there to try and force some sort of 50-50.
Man, knock up, or knock in rather there from Doran.
It was absolutely beautifully done. And Def, all he gets is a mid-wave for it. So this is the Baron. It's going to be taken down. Pays sitting at full health. Very happy to have now a Baron in his back pocket. Health does have his spell shield available, but doesn't have his Infinity Edge up just yet. The money that Def wants hasn't quite come in. Gen.G going to use that Baron. They'll take down the outer turret
for now, but when the next wave comes in with the Baron buff, this turret sure to fall. They're still holding on here. You have a Sivir. If is very good as teleport comes in.
Yeah, they should be able to get rid of the rest of these minions though, as Doran's going to get bonked into. With that Arctic Assault, Showmaker finds some chains. Permafrost is going to land as Canna looking for that backline, but Peanut's already taken down the Silas. Pays with the ulti running, is now running away from Canna, who does have the ulti. Is the crush combo going to be there as Canyon moving on in? Plus here is Chovy diving on in, getting some poke damage. Doran softened up, but now Pays is going to turn up. In goes Canna, gets a gnar, but it actually doesn't do anything at all. He gets cease and desisted, and he has to say yes. As Doran dives into the backline, Def has to flash, and the team fight has been ripped to shreds. Def not going to be able to do anything here as the Vault Breaker is enough to get Peanut in. And Showmaker finds himself the last man standing alongside Kellen. Pays going to rip through him, and then Cassante picks up the KS to finish it off.
What a fighting sense here for Gen.G. Peanut really showcasing his form here today. Getting the split-second interrupt on Kana, trying to hard force. And again, gonna echo Dplus. Their game sense generally something that really impresses me. And right now, they just don't look to be on the same page.
No, they're being red now. He's back to mini now. Gen.G gonna come on over and grab themselves a free Baron by the looks of things. 9,000 gold in the lead is going to afford you that right. They will tidy it up extraordinarily quickly.
I gotta say, Atlas,
this is not the 3-0 I was expecting this evening. Yeah, they don't get too worried about it as Canna gets forced into Mega Gnar yet again. Def might be able to get a red buff. As Gen.G just going to push down this bottom inhibitor. Not looking like there's a whole lot they can do about it as well, as Canna's going to get his Gnar off into this wall, but it's Doran. He's so extraordinarily tanky. Peanut as well. Not too bad in his own right. Showmaker grabs a cease and desist. As Pays might... Oh, there we go. They turn it on to Chovy. Let's see whether they can actually do some damage to Pays, though, because he is the one doing everything here for Gen.G. Peanut going down very, very low, and the Prowling Projectile does land onto the Vi. Doran just frontlining beautifully, and Pays is just huge. I mean, what's he supposed to do? Doran popping off in the backline as well as the Wallop goes entirely wide. And if they don't kill the Zeri, they cannot win the fight. And Pays shows them exactly why. That's a quadra kill in the end, and they'll say goodnight to this game. 2-0 for Gen G. We use statement quite a lot, but this is absolutely that. After so many, we're saying this team was third place. They're now second.